It's been 3 weeks now with the UK's first Citroen Ami, and it's time to get a little bit smarter. Welcome back. We're 3 weeks in. I've covered 208 miles now in the UK's first Citroen Ami, so a little bit down on mileage over the past couple of weeks. Quite a lot on with work and stuff. Not left the house very much, to be honest. Been working from home pretty solidly for the past week, so the Ami didn't get that much of an outing. Still got back and forth to the supermarket a couple of times, but not quite as mileage heavy as previously. This week I have decided it is time to set up the DAT AMI dongle that comes with a colour pack, the Citroen Switch for My Ami Play, and the My Citroen App. So let's take a look at what you'll need if you're following along at home. The items we're going to use in this video are a smartphone with the My Citroen App installed, the DAT AMI OBD dongle, the Citroen Switch, and to set up the app you need the VIN for your car. It is on a sticker in the car, but it's also on the invoice that I've got here from the dealer, which is why the paperwork's here. The Citroen Switch is the little button that goes on the steering wheel, like a little Bluetooth button. And that's what that looks like. So that comes as part of the colour pack, if you've ordered a colour pack. Or it can be bought separately, it can be ordered via your dealer. I believe that costs about €50 though. Seems like quite a lot for a little Bluetooth switch. Someone on one of the Facebook groups actually worked out what this was and thought you could get them cheaper elsewhere. I don't think they come in orange if you buy them elsewhere, but they can be bought from a third party a little bit cheaper. But if you've got a colour pack, you should get one. For some of the early orders, this doesn't automatically come with the colour pack, but your dealer should be able to order it in for you after you've taken delivery. So I got this a couple of days later. And then we've got the OBD dongle, which this is also part of the colour pack or can be bought separately. The purpose of this is to send data from your car to the app, so range remaining, charging time, that kind of stuff. So if that's not important to you, you can completely skip the dongle. It's completely optional, as is the switch, I guess. As far as I know, you can't use the My Ami Play function in the app without the switch. So I can see more people being concerned about the switch, I think. I think the dongle is probably only for those that are a little bit more concerned about monitoring the status of their vehicle. Just like this with the Switch, there's QR codes on the back of these where you can actually access the official instruction videos for setup, which is quite nice. So they don't come with any instructions, you need to go online to get those, but you just scan the QR code with your phone and you'll be able to look those up. So we're going to go over to the Ami now, where I'm going to set these up and I'm going to demonstrate the My Citroen app. Okay, so we're here, we've plugged in the DAT AMI dongle. And I'm now setting up the My Citroen app. Once you enter your VIN, it'll identify that it's an Ami that you're setting up, and it'll then ask you for your mileage. So 208 miles now, and we confirm that. Interesting, I thought it would maybe read that from the car using the dongle, and it might do, I guess. So once you have set up with the app, you now have the following options. So if you don't have the Citroen Switch or the DAT AMI dongle, you can still access information about maintenance, documentation. So you can see the user's manual on here, because I see it doesn't come with a paper version. So if it's important to you to see a paper copy of the handbook, you can do that via the app. Various video tutorials are also accessible. But obviously we're here to try out the smart features. So first of all, let's connect to My Ami, which should use the DAT AMI dongle. So we've plugged that in, and now we try to make it connect. It says it has successfully connected. Now we can see, oh, it's in kilometers. Great. I wonder if there's any way to change that. There's not. So it's in kilometers. So we have 335 kilometers on the clock, 208 miles, 65 kilometers of range, 40 miles. And so now that we have the DAT AMI dongle plugged in and connected to my phone, I can see the range and the current mileage. Obviously in kilometers for some reason. I wonder if they will change that. I guess we're still got some teething problems for the UK market. How useful that is, I'm not sure, because it's not like other vehicles which have like a data connection. So I can only see that when my phone is within Bluetooth range. of the car. In fact, possibly also even when the ignition's on. I guess if I turn the ignition off, I don't know if it disconnects. Because what I think it would be really good is if you could monitor the charging status remotely. So if you've got it plugged in somewhere, you can see if it's fully charged. I don't think it'll do that because I think it relies on it being connected to your phone. So would I go out of my way to buy the dongle? Probably not. I think if you get it as part of the colour pack anyway. So if you've bought the colour pack, it's a nice to have because it populates the stuff in the app. But given it relies on Bluetooth, not any kind of cellular connection or anything like that, I don't know. Seems a little bit pointless to me. But at least it's there. That's what it looks like. It also does show you your location as well, where you've parked. Obviously, I will not show you that because it's got my home address on it, but that could be quite useful if you're somewhere strange and you forget where you parked. At least it monitors that, but on the whole, not sure it was really worth bothering with. Next up then is the My Ami Play. So if I open that on here, I can connect. So the Citroen Switch is required to use My Ami Play. So if you haven't got this, you can't use this part of the app. So I connect the Citroen Switch and I hold this down for 10 seconds to start it pairing. And it wants to pair with my phone, cool. And that is now connected, so you select which navigation app you want to use, so we'll go with Google Maps. It's interesting, it wants to use Apple Music for music. I'd prefer to use Spotify, but it doesn't seem to support that, which, okay. Pick our favourite radio station. Not exactly a great selection of radio stations, but then you can pick 5 favourite contacts. So I'm guessing the phone option will let you call your contacts. I don't really want to do that, but we'll skip that bit for your viewing. But okay, so we've got the My Ami Play app set up on here, and we've got the Switch stuck to the steering wheel. So what does it do then? It seems that, so if I have the navigation open and I press this once, it gives me a notification that I need to then tap on to go back to the home screen. That's not very good. I'm guessing that's a bit slicker than that on an Android device rather than an iPhone. I'm guessing because it says iOS requires this notification to go back to the My Ami Play screen. So yeah, that's a bit rubbish. If I press on this twice, it opens the radio and starts playing, so that's quite cool. Press it once, it goes back to the My Ami Play home screen just fine, so that's okay, I guess. It seems those are the 2 actions you can do with the Citroen Switch. A short press goes back to the My Ami Play homepage, and a double press opens the radio and starts playing. I mean, I guess, you know, it's better than having no control at all, but you're still going to be tapping your phone to do most of the functions. So the Switch is, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure I get it really. It's not exactly required. It's now stuck here, so it'll be here and I'll be using it, but I don't know. It seems like a little bit pointless to me. Very disappointing that the media section of the app won't open Spotify, so I'm stuck with Apple Music if I want to play like a subscription music service through it. Again, I don't know what it'll support on Android. Maybe it'll support Spotify on Android, but it doesn't on Apple. So that's a bit crap, really. It's pretty disappointing, I must say. I wouldn't be rushing out to buy the My Ami Play Switch if you don't have it. If you've bought a base model car and it doesn't come with this, would I pay 50 euros to buy one of those? No, I don't think I would bother, to be honest. I think you'll get by perfectly fine without it. Just like I'm not sure I would bother with the OBD dongle either. Being able to see the charge status and the mileage in the app when your phone's in Bluetooth range of the car, well, great. I mean, but if your phone's in Bluetooth range of the car, then you can see that on the display anyway, so I don't really get it. All in all, I would say the DAT AMI dongle and the Citroen Switch, a little bit disappointing. Not sure I'd bother with them. Don't really think they're worth the time. I mean, so I can see some people maybe not even bothering setting them up, even if they do have them, because it just seems a little bit pointless. I'm not quite sure what the point is, and it seems, yeah, I'm not keen. Ami life in general, like I say, not done loads of driving over the past week, but the little bit I did do was quite good. Managed stopped and charged at Tesco when I went there once, with, you know, making the most of the free charging while it still lasts. If you haven't heard the news, you haven't seen my last video, Tesco will start charging for the use of their EV chargers from the 1st of November. So make the most of the free charging while you can, I guess. But I would still be happy to pay. I think one of the good things using a short range EV like Ami, being able to charge it wherever you go is a really good thing, and I would make full use of sort of destination charges. I think that's definitely worth doing. I noticed there's been quite a few more deliveries now that really are coming thick and fast. I've seen a few people on the various Facebook groups saying that their car has been delivered, which is really good news. I've also had a couple of people in the comments say that theirs have arrived, people that aren't in the Facebook groups but watch these videos. So it's really good to hear that Citroen are overcoming the delays now, and people thick and fast are now getting their Amis. I know some of you are still waiting, and some of the comms are a bit patchy, but it seems like they are getting there, which is really good news. I can't wait to see another one out on the road. I'm sure I will fairly shortly. You know, I won't be the only one around for much longer, so that's really, really good news. I'm glad more and more of you are going to be taking delivery. I mean, you know, a few months' time we won't be able to move for them, right? Probably because they'll be holding everybody up on 50-mile-an-hour roads crawling along, but it's good. It's really good. I still haven't really got around to washing it enough to put those stickers on. We will need to try and do that. The weather's been a bit rubbish recently as well, so it hasn't even been nice enough to wash the car, never mind then stick some stickers on. So I will make sure we get that done, but it's not managed to happen so far, but hopefully we'll get round to that fairly shortly. No more update on the colour pack thing, so the bag hook and the luggage net, I'm still waiting on a resolution to those. Citroen are still working on that, and I'm still waiting for them to tell me what's going on. I've chased a little bit. I must say the dealership are being very helpful. They're also pushing Citroen UK to help with that. So top marks to them. I think it's very good that they're willing to step in and try and help me out, but still no sign of any resolution. And I now notice that the cars that are being delivered without the colour pack. Don't know if that's just a coincidence and something else has gone wrong in terms of logistics, or whether they recognise that there's an issue. I don't quite know. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out, because if these people now get their colour packs and everything fits and everything's fine, we know that they're rectifying a technical issue there. I'm also waiting on parts, so the both wing mirrors on this car are very, very slightly damaged. They've got like a little bit of blemish on them, which we agreed during the handover that they need to be sorted out. I'm still waiting on those parts coming in too. No sign of those yet. I mean, it doesn't affect the use of the car. It's a bit unsightly, but it doesn't. The mirrors are still absolutely fine. You can still see in them. They're still clear, but it would be nice to not have that on a brand new vehicle, so hopefully those mirrors will come in shortly, and I might show you how those are fitted too. They look really, really simple. They bolt on, so that should be fairly straightforward, and I will definitely show you how that's done once they arrive. But yeah, still waiting on that too, which isn't ideal. But that's pretty much it from this video, just a very quick update. It's been a fairly uneventful week. Hopefully these videos will be a little bit more exciting going forward. The OBD dongle and the Citroen Switch are massively underwhelming. Yeah, I just don't really get it. But let me know in the comments what you think. I'm sure some of you might think this is a really cool thing and a really good idea, but I'm not sure I get it. And maybe that's just me. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.